Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about what have we learned so far in HCI. Now, what did we actually learn so far? To sum it up, we learned how humans interact with technological interfaces such as computers, phone, product, or any sort of interfaces. Now, what are interaction designs? Interaction designs are designs that helps the designers interact with the users. Now, how the interaction should be? It should help people deal with their daily tasks and to make it easier and convenient for people to use. This design create interactive product which designers should always take into account. The designers need to take into account the user experience by making it user friendly and enjoyable. Only then can the user fully explore the designer's product. Now, there are many types of interaction that designers need to focus on. Now, what are the types of interaction? The types of interaction there are social interaction, emotional interaction, and there's also other sort of interaction where designers usually just mix it up because sometimes you just can't focus on one type of interaction. Now, I'll be talking about social interaction and emotional interaction specifically. Emotional interaction deal with the facial expressions, like if you're happy, sad, or angered by the picture that is provided just now. So, another type of interaction which is social interaction. Social interaction, the physical one where you actually talk with your friends and family to gather around and discuss about whatever you feel like and just enjoy the moment. But there's also another type of interaction where it's a technological based interaction where we call it social media. There's like Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. This all types of interaction helps the user connects with people more around the world, which provide more chances for the people to interact. Now, interfaces. There are many types of interfaces that need to take into account when the designer come up with a product. Now, what are actually interfaces? Why is it so important? Interfaces is the device or a program enabling users to communicate with computers. There are many types of interfaces, such as graphical interfaces. As you can see, it's just black and white, where it's like a direct command to the computer. There's no sort of shortcut or anything. Then there's another type of interface where it's graphical user interface. This type of interface is colorful and easier to use, which make people more satisfied with the experience. Now, there are many type of interfaces. The interfaces I'm going to talk about is augmented reality. Augmented reality is a type of interface where you are connected with the physical world at the same time you are using the digital world. The other type of interface is where it's only connected to the digital world and it totally cut off from the physical world is virtual reality. Other type of interfaces include multimedia or multimedia. Then there's brain computer interaction, pens, sketch, many type of interfaces that helps the designers come up with their products. Now we've talked about interaction design. Now before we only discuss about interaction design. Now we're going to discuss about design activities. In interaction design, there are four basic design activities when designing a product. First is establishing a requirement, that is basically gathering the data about the users and how the user interact with their product. Then there's designing alternative where you come up with plan B and C of how you're going to convey to your users about your product. Then prototyping is where you come up with like a sample product of how are you going to do and just like give it to a certain type of people, and later that type of people will have evaluating your product. After the people evaluate and say that your product is quite good and they would like to use it, that is how we know that a product is successful. Prototyping. A key tool to help during the design process is prototyping. They help you discuss and evaluate ideas, an effective way to explore ideas. It is also a way you can showcase your product to the user and gather feedback about the design. The feedback is especially helpful to the designers that can help further improve their design. In HCI, we need to come up with interactive product for the users. Now, why do we actually do that? In reality, all the thing that designers are supposed to do in their product, it's all about the users. From the conception of product to completion, it is very important to involve the user. After all, who knows what the user needs better than himself, right? The view is known as user-centered approach, and it is a key modern product design. The user-centered approach is where everything is revolved around the users, and when you are coming up with a product, you need to make sure that the user need that, the user information, the user interactive product, the user interaction, everything, it need to be about the user. Only then can your product be successful. Now, the key from the beginning. From the very beginning, gathering feedback from potential consumer helps to guide your design in the right direction, gauge in consumer interest, and also ensure you are making the right product for the need. To sum up what we learned so far, we learned about HCI. Now, what is HCI basically? HCI is the interaction between human and technology, and how it interact and what does it leads to. Human, basically the designers, come up with good design usability that helps the user experience efficiency, simplicity, and usability. The interaction helps the human interact with computer, mobile devices, and other technological stuff. This is a leading innovation that is nowadays presenting upon many certain type of technology, which is related to the many interfaces that we learned so far. We already learned what HCI is and what does it do. So why do we actually use HCI? In reality, it's all because of the users. The users are the one that is using the product, and how the users want the product and what do they actually need. That is all. That is the main point of why we are studying human computer interaction. Thank you.